Hello, sir.
Hello, dear children. Okay, let's continue, dear children. So, as you can see, in the previous class we had done till 13th problem. So today we'll be continuing from 14th problem onwards. So this worksheet is volume and surface areas worksheet. Let's start with the 14th one without wasting any time. The pillars of a temple are cylindrical in shape. If each pillar has a base radius of 70 centimeter and height of 15, how much concrete would be required to build 20 such pillars? So concrete is required inside the cylinder. So inside the cylinder, we need to find how much of volume will be present inside the cylinder. So the volumes formula is, as you know, it's pi r square h. Like this 20 such pillars we are going to design. So which means the amount of concrete required is basically 20 times pi r square h. So all you have to do is substitute the values 20 times pi r square. Since the radius is 70, which is a multiple of 7, instead of pi, I will be substituting the value 22 by 7. And the radius is 70 centimeter it is. Like if I'll convert it into meters, it will become 0.7 meter. So 0.7 multiplied by 0.7. Why multiplied by 0.7? It's basically r square multiplied
Sir,
by h. H is 15. So when I cancel the,
sir,
yeah,
so if the radius is a multiple of 7, then only we have to take by 22 by 7.
not
And
only
else if it is
radius,
not, then we have to take 3.14.
correct. So not only radius, if radius or height or any number in the multiplication is capable to cancel this denominator 7, then you go for 22 by 7. Otherwise, you can take 3.14.
Sir, sometimes while as I'm solving the past question papers right now, so
Uh-huh,
sometimes it happens that while calculating the volume of sphere,
uh-huh.
if I don't take pi 3.14 and I take it 22 by 7 where the radius is not a multiple of 7, then also I get the answer sometimes
In both
to be a
cases,
whole number.
See, you should understand one thing. Either you take 22 by 7 or you take 3.14. In both cases, you are going to get correct answer only because both are correct values. A little bit of approximation is there on both the values. So both the answers will be approximately same. So in both cases, you
Okay,
will
okay, sir.
definitely get the correct answer.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay. Now the question arises, which one is easier for you? That you take. Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay, sir. Got it, got it.
Yeah. Now, in this case, I'm calculating further. So 2 multiplied by 15 goes 30. 30 multiplied by 0.7. So I'll write 22 separately. 30 multiplied by 0.7 gives you 21. Okay. So 22 multiplied by 21, how much is that?
441 minus 22.
462, right?
440,
Plus 20,
440 plus 21, 22.
22. Yeah,
I think, sir, 462.
correct. 462 will be your correct answer. Option 3. Proceeding further. 15th problem. A rectangular tank of dimension 9 into 6 into 2.8 is dug in a corner of a field of dimension 14.4 into 5. The soil dug out is evenly spread over the remaining part of the field. The level of the field is raised by how much? Okay, so first of all, you should understand. So the field is this. This is the field. Okay, let's understand the question. So this is the field for which the dimension goes like this. 14.4 is the length and 5 is the breadth. So this is a rectangular ground. Field means ground. Okay. Now in this field, in a corner, they have dug. They have dug. So जो भी digging किया है, that has a dimension, and the dimension goes like this. 9 into 6 into 2.8. How come actually length into breadth into height होता है normally? I think yeah, they have. This is probably a silly mistake over here, but still anyway. So 9 into 6 into 2.8 they have dug. So let me assume 9 is the length. So 9, 6 is the depth, and 2.8 is the let's say width, like this. 2.8. So this is the digging they have done. 9 into 2.8 multiplied by depth. So this much portion they have dug. Okay. Now the soil, मतलब obviously digging करने के बाद they will definitely remove the soil outside and they will definitely put it somewhere in the neighboring land mass. So neighboring land mass where they have put the soil. Now the soil dug is evenly spread out all over the remaining part of the field. So remaining part में evenly उसको spread किया गया है. Now the level of the field is raised by how much? How do we calculate this? So first of all, we will calculate कि ये digging में कितना volume of soil have they dug out. So they have taken something from inside, which means we have to calculate volume. So volume of soil dug out, volume dug, we dug. That will be length into breadth into height. In this case, it will be 9 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 2.8. The sequence doesn't matter how much, like whatever is the sequence, you will get the same answer. So that answer will be, uh,
151 point.
yes, 151.2. So this much of volume of soil is dug out. Now, ये पूरा का पूरा soil, they are going to spread it in this particular L-shaped land or 7-shaped land. तो इस पर हाइट कितना बढ़ेगा, लाइक हाउ मच ऑफ लेवल इज गोइंग टू बी, लाइक हाउ मच ऑफ लेवल इज गोइंग टू राइज. सो दैट इज अ वेरी सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट. सो ये पूरा का पूरा वॉल्यूम इसके ऊपर आने वाला है. Okay, in this L shaped land, the whole soil is going to be spread out, which means the overall volume which we have dug out, that will be spread over here. So we have to use this volume over here, where this much of area, how much is this area, this we have to find first of all. Now how much will this area be? How can
So
we
the
find
whole
this
field
area?
area minus the
Sir,
area
sir,
dug.
Ha,
we can
very,
divide this.
very good. Area of
Sir, we
whatever is
can
the
divide.
tell me, divide.
Sir, we can divide this L shape into two rectangles and then calculate the area and then add it up.
Yes, you can do that also. So that is also a workable model. You can you can do that, or sorry, just a minute.
Sir, but we already have the area dug now, so we can just
I- Uh,
subtract it from that.
it see both the options are going to have the same amount of efforts. Okay, because at one
Yeah.
place you have to subtract, on the other place you have to add. Anyhow you have to do some or the other. uh, थोड़ा सा activity करना ही पड़ेगा. Okay, so I'll go for the addition one because I feel the addition is going to be better than subtraction. Anyway, in this case the width is 2.2 and the length is 14. So 2.2 multiplied by 14 plus this much is this is 9, which means this width will be 5.4 and this width will be 2.8 as we know. So the other one is 5.8 multiplied by 5.4 multiplied by 2.8, and that should give us 14.4 it is, right? 14.4 multiplied by 2.8. 2.8 या 2.2 है? Oh, sorry. 14.4 multiplied by 2.2. So this is 14.4 multiplied by 2.2. That gives you 31.68 plus 5.4 multiplied by 2.8. that gives you 15.12. And when you add these two numbers, you'll get 46.8. So this is the area. Now, the height will be like the volume's formula is what? Whatever is the area multiplied by height. This is a very simple formula for volume. We have already discussed this formula earlier also. Now, since you know the area, since you know the volume is how much? 151.2. Area is this much. All you have to do is simply divide them. है ना? So in this case, the height is going to be volume upon area. In this case, the volume is 151.2 and the area is 46.8.
Sir, I think option 1 looks the most appropriate.
Yes, sir. Option one.
Yeah, I sense your point, but even option one is not correct here. This is somewhere
Sir,
three
I
times.
think, I think
But
if
sir, then it
height
cannot
and
be 8 and 6 and 2 is just too small for this.
Hold on, hold on. See, what I feel probably there is a mistake in the question because the first red flag I got was, see, normally the the method of writing the dimension is
Yes,
length
sir. It should
into
be
breadth
LBL.
into depth,
LB.
depth or
Yeah.
height, either depth or height, whatever it is. That comes at the third place. So according to this, if length is 9, then the breadth should have been 6. But why did I consider the breadth to be 2.8? Because here the breadth given is 5. So
Yes, sir.
here 9 and 6 both are greater than 5, which is kind of logically not possible. And hence I consider 2.8, assuming probably that was the mistake. So I'm assuming there is some kind of issue in this question. Our method of calculation, like our answer is definitely correct based on what data we have used. But unfortunately, the question has something else. So I'll just mark this question as a wrong
Sir,
question. Yeah, tell me.
sir, can you give any shortcut for these multiplication like you how you quickly multiplied 14.4 by 2.2? So can you give one like quick method for exam?
See, it's like in this case, okay, this multiplication. Frankly speaking, I did this multiplication with the help of a calculator, basically considering the lack of time. But for you guys, I'll share a couple of techniques which might be helpful for you. For example, it's like whenever you find whenever you have any number divided by 25, for example, 22 by 25, something like this. So whenever you find such kind of numbers 5, 25, 125, all these numbers in the denominator, you consider them by multiplying certain numbers. For example, if you find any 5 raised to n in the denominator, you multiply the numerator and denominator by 2 raised to n. So what happens in this case? In this case, 25 is 5 raised to 2. So I'll multiply it by 2 raised to 2. That means 4. So what happens? 22 divided by 25 was a difficult problem, but 88 divided by 100 is very easy. Like with the help of mental math itself, I can find the answer to it. That is 0.88. I hope you understood what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, sir, but what about multiplication of decimal numbers? That's the toughest thing in exam and that takes a lot of.
Yes, hold on. And similarly, 1 by 3, whenever you find 1 by 3, you can write 0.33 recurring. Whenever you find 1 by 9, 1 by 9 is nothing but 1 by 3 divided by 3. That is 0.33 divided by 3. That gives you 0.1111 recurring. And whenever you find 1 by 6, that is basically 1 by 3 divided by 2, right? That gives you 0.166666 recurring. And whenever you find 1 by 7, whenever anything divided by 7, that is approximately equal to 0.14. Approximately equal to 0.14. Okay.
Yeah,
And
sir, I get everything that you say, but what about multiplication? My main concern is that.
yes, my dear child, see, I'm sharing techniques one by for you, probably these are very easy things, but not for everyone else, right? Just hold on.
Oh,
Hold
okay,
on
sir,
for a
okay.
minute. Hmm. And actually, flow chala gaya mera. I forgot what I was going to share next. Mm, okay. So in case of multiplication, what I generally, I'll just simply tell you what you wanted to know. See, in this case, for example, 14.4 multiplied by 2.8. In order to get an approximate answer, what I would have done is uh, I would have done this as 14 multiplied by 3. So basically, I reduced the decimal value from here, simultaneously increased the decimal value over there. This will give you an approximate answer, not exact answer.
Okay, sir. So basically, we'll when we do approximation, we'll get the approximate answer and then we can take related to it.
Correct. Because this will probably give you 40.5 or something, somewhere around that. Okay. And this will give you 42. So this is the approximation. So there is a
Okay, sir. Got it.
hardly 4 percentage difference is there. So hardly 3 to 4 percentage का difference होगा. Otherwise you'll land into the like approximated value.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Huh?
tell me.
So like you just so you just write the approx value for the multiplication, sir, right?
Mm-hmm.
So can we use that method in the exams, or if we use the answers would be changed, like something,
See,
any
the
problems?
approximation method you can use whenever the options are very far away from each other. For example, in this case, as you can see, the options are very far from each other. So here you can use approximation, no problem at all. Here also, one is 4, the other one is double of it. The other one is 6. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Again, they are also far from each other. You can use it here. But if your options are like this, like 4, something like this, 4.4, then 4.6, then 5 or something like this, then they are very close to each other. In this case, approximation is not recommended at all. But whenever the options are very far from each other, you can definitely use it. And in case of IPM examinations, in like 90 percentage of cases, the options are definitely far from each other because
Oh,
the options are created in such a way that uh, we want you to use the approximation method.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
sure.
Sir, I have another doubt.
Tell me.
Hmm. I was solving a past question paper recently, like 2, 3 days ago.
Hmm.
I came across a question where root 2 and root 7 were given like up to 3 decimal places. And
Huh.
they had told that find the value of 1 upon root 7 minus root 2. So I found the approximate value, but the answers were very close to each other. So I should have divided it exactly or like what?
Uh,
Because the answer was
your
very close.
question
2
was
point.
1 upon root 7, then minus root 2, right?
No. Both were in the denominator.
Acha, acha, acha. 1 upon root 7 minus root 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that.
And root seven's value was given as, I believe,
Sir, it was given up
2.645
to
or
3
6,
decimal
maybe.
places. Yeah.
6 minus 1.414. Yeah, in this case, you should have done the exact subtraction itself because there are three decimal values. And let me just see. 2, 3, 2, 1, 1.232. So, was the option like this or was the option in the numerator?
No, sir. It was like a proper decimal number.
Decimal number, na?
0 point.
So,
Huh.
0 point something, right? So, in this case, okay, previously I shared one shortcut. I don't know whether you paid attention to it because I shared something about 5 raised to n, right? So, as you know,
Yeah, sir.
1 upon 125 is basically 5 raised to 3. So, why did I say anything about 125? Because this number is somewhere around that. So 1 upon 125 how do you solve? You multiply by 2 raised to 3, that is 8. So that will give you 8 upon 1000, that is 0.008. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
So what you can do, you can shift the decimal by 2 times and you can write 100 over here. Okay. So in the numerator, you already have 100. Then consider this as 125, roughly 125. That will give you, or maybe, roughly 125, or this is something less than 125. So this number is less than 125. Do you understand? Or I'll
Yes,
do like
sir.
this. This number is less than 125. So when I do the reciprocal, your answer will be greater than whatever your answer will be, that will become greater. So what will be your answer? It will be 0.008. When you multiply, you'll get it as 0.8. So if 123 was less than 125, when you do it reciprocal, this number is a greater number. So this answer is great. Well, your answer will be greater than 0.8. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. But the options were very close. Like they were given up to three, but like see, the very close 0.812, like very close, like 0.772, like very close.
Agreed. So if in case you have only one options which is greater than 0.8, then you can directly go for it. But if you have more than one option which is greater than 0.8, then you will have to calculate.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Understood? Or maybe at least
Yeah, sir.
you can eliminate few options by this logic.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So can we do the 17th one, the sphere of diameter 11 centimeter that I can't see?
Sure. But before that, I believe we did not do 16th problem, I assume. So let's go
Yeah,
sequentially.
that's fine.
Yeah. So cylindrical solid base with radius 9 centimeter and height 24 centimeters melted down to form 12 identical cones with base radii 6 centimeter. What is the height of each cone? So first of all, volume of this cylinder is melted down to make 12
Okay,
cones. So volume of the cylinder goes as pi r square h multiply is equal to 12 multiplied by 1 by 3 pi r square h. Both pi's,
sir, here I find it easy to just cut the pie. Yeah.
yeah, you can directly cancel. So this radius is different, this radius is different, and both the heights are also different. Hence, I've named this 1 and 2. And I'm doing basic cancellations. Pi and pi gets cancelled. 12 and 3 gets cancelled to give us 4. So I'll just write the radius. So here I have 9 square. I'll simply write it as 9 to 9 multiplied by height as 24 is
So
equal
why
to
have
on
you
the other
taken
side. Sorry,
why have you taken 1/3?
1 by 3 is the formula
Oh,
for volume of cone. Okay. The
okay, sir.
radius of the next one is 6 into 6 multiplied by height. Now simply do the cancellations. 24 is 6 fours are. It's done. 3 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6, and I guess that's it. The height comes to be 9 into 3, 27 divided by 2. That is, did I miss something?
13.5.
Yeah, do we have an option? Yeah, we do have an option. Yeah, 13.5. So here the shortcut is basically break down the numbers. Like for example, 9 square. Radius को square कर रहा था तो I knew 9 square is 81 but I did not write it 81 because I was sure कि अरे मुझे cancel ही करना है. So cancelling bigger numbers will take 1 or 2 seconds extra, but cancelling smaller numbers are very quick. है ना? Hence I kept them small only. So the technique is keep the numbers as small as possible. Break them,
Okay,
keep
sir.
them broken itself. Don't
Got it. Got
multiply
it.
unless you feel it is the final step. Last and final step में ही आपको multiply करना है. For example, I multiplied 9 into 3 in the last step only. तब तक मैंने multiply किया ही नहीं था. I just kept it separated.
Sir, so
Sir,
basically, if we multiply in between, it will make the numbers big and then calculation will be
हाँ,
difficult like that.
yes, exactly. तो लास्ट स्टेप तक उसको तोड़ के ही रखो. ओके. एंड जहां पर भी चांस मिले कैंसिल कर दो उसको.
sir,
Yep.
So can you explain the last step in which we cancel the numbers? I
Sure.
didn't get it properly.
Uh, so this is 24, which can be cancelled with 6 into 4 because 6 into 4 is 24. This is clear.
Yes, sir.
3 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6. This much is clear.
Yes, sir.
So height is equal to 9 into 3, 27 over here. And I take 2 to the other side. It comes in the denominator 27 divided by 2. That is 13.5. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now let's go for the 17th problem. A copper sphere of diameter.
So I had a doubt in this one.
Yep. I'm
Yeah,
explaining.
the 17th one.
No, okay, I'll explain the whole sum. A copper
Yes.
sphere of diameter 18 centimeter is drawn into a wire of diameter 4 millimeter. Find the length of the wire. So first of all, what shape is the wire of?
It's a cylinder.
Cylinder. Excellent.
Cylinder.
So we are melting something and converting it into some other shape, which means the volumes are same. Okay. So
So
volume of,
I did the sum, but I'm getting 6,075 as the height.
okay, let's see. Now volume of sphere is equal to volume of cylinder in this case. Volume of sphere's formula is 4 upon 3
3
pi
pi r cube.
r cube. And the other one has pi
R
r
square h.
square h. Instead of h, I'll use the term L because here they have mentioned it as length. Okay.
Yes.
I'll cancel pi in the beginning itself. So 4 upon 3 multiplied by
That will
radius.
become 243 multiplied by 4.
Hmm.
This left side.
Understood. Now, first of all, you must understand that the radius is given in centimeter and the answers are in meter. So you will have to convert it into meter. So diameter 18 है तो radius becomes 9. But since it is centimeter, in order to convert it into meter, you will divide it by 100. So your radius is 9 divided by 100. So it's 9 into 9 into 9, since it is cube, divided by 100 has two zeros. When you'll cube it, it will have six zeros. I'll simply write it as 10 raised to 6. Is this much clear?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Sir, I
On the
have a
other,
doubt here.
yeah, tell me.
Sir, to make things easier for us,
Hmm.
can't we just calculate the answer first and then convert the final answer into meters once we are done?
Yes, you can do that. But again, if you're doing that, you should make sure that the full calculation should be in one single unit. For example, here they have given in centimeter, here they have given in millimeter. So either you have to do the whole calculation in millimeter by converting this into millimeter. So you'll have to make it 180 millimeter and then calculate everything in millimeter, or you'll have to convert this into centimeter and make it 0.4 centimeter and then calculate everything in centimeter. And then in the end, you convert it into meter. You got my point?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that anyway I have to do one kind of conversion. So I thought why not कि starting में convert करके डाल दूं और anyway cancel करना ही है तो रहने दो क्या फर्क पड़ता है and with
Yeah,
my
but
experience
the number is
considering
pretty big, na? 10 raised to 6.
see that's what I'm telling you 10 raised to 6 is not a big deal for us. Why is it not the big deal for us? क्या difficult होता है क्या 10 raised to 6 को divide करने के लिए 10 का power multiply करना divide करना is very easy because all you have to do is juggle with the decimal points. 10 raised to 6 को करने के लिए all you have to do is juggle with the decimal point, right?
Yeah, sir.
So it actually doesn't matter. And with my experience, I will always suggest कि आप starting से ही उसको convert करके रखो so that in the end you will not forget. By chance अगर आप भूल गए, then what will happen? You will not get the correct answer. So instead of taking that risk,
Okay,
convert it in the beginning itself. Because when you reach the answer,
okay.
sometimes the excitement is so much that you have reached the answer that you may forget to convert.
Sir, but then if we don't convert, then we won't get the correct answer in any of the four options, right? Because
You cannot be
241
sure.
meter for say suppose is the answer, then if we
Agreed.
calculate in centimeter, then we will get 241,24100 centimeter, right?
Very true. But what if the examiner has put one more option, 24100 meter? Then what will you do? You will simply tick and proceed further. You will not even come to know that what mistake you have done. Right? This is an incorrect option. But
Okay,
due to
okay,
the,
sir. Yeah,
this is
got
possible.
your point.
Yeah. Okay. So proceeding further, this diameter becomes radius. So 4 का हो गया 2 millimeter to meter convert करने के लिए I'll put 1000 in the denominator. On the other side, I have so 2 का square again 2 multiplied by 2 upon 1000. It has three zeros. उसका square कर दिया तो it will have six zeros multiplied by L. Fortunately, this and this got
Okay, sir,
cancelled.
I got the mistake that I made. I didn't convert the diameter to radius in the wire.
That's why. Okay. So 2 into 2 4 होता है दोनों तरफ से cancel हो जाता है 3 and 9 gets cancelled. This becomes 3. And in the end, you have 81 multiplied by 3. How much is that?
243.
3.
Correct. So 243 will be your correct answer.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you test this and find out where I made the mistake? I'll say what I did. Okay,
Just
so
a
I
moment.
took the volume
Tell me.
sphere and volume cylinder.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the formula as you said. I cut pi,
Mm-hmm.
and then I substituted the radius 9 centimeter on the
Uh-huh.
left side. That is 9 cube. Then I
Mm-hmm.
know that 9 cubed is also 3 raised to 6. So I divided 4 on 3's, 3 raised to 1 and 3 raised to 6. So that became 4 times 3 raised to 5 as the volume of the sphere. And on
Okay.
the right side, I took 0.2, 0.2 centimeter.
Mm-hmm.
That I squared it to get 0.4.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second. Yeah, 0.2. Then after that, I did 16h on 100 is equal to 243 times 4. Then I got 972 is equal to 16h on 100. And then I divided 972 by 16, which I got 6075. I don't know how that happened.
Because you said you considered the diameter as radius, right?
Yes.
So that was the reason you got the wrong answer.
Okay, okay. So,
Okay. That was definitely one reason, and the second reason was your answer is in centimeter. But and your whatever the answer you have got, you have to divide it by 100 to get the answer in meter. So first
okay.
mistake was
And
this,
sir,
and
I
the
didn't
second mistake was
understand
conversion.
what you did at the on the second step. 14, 4 and 3 you cut, and then 9 times 9 times 9 or 10 raised to 6.
Acha, okay. So the formula is 4 by 3. Pi gets cancelled. This is radius cube. The radius is 9 upon 100. So cube means 9 into 9 into 9. And 100 has two zeros, of which cube will have six zeros. So 10 raised to 6. This much is clear.
Yes, yes, sir.
On the other side, the radius is 2 upon 1000. So square will have 2 into 2, and 1000 ka square will have 10 raised to 6. And 10 raised to 6, 10 raised to 6 gets cancelled. 2 into 2, 4 will cancel with 4. 3 will cancel with 9 to give us 3. And I
Okay,
multiplied the rest. Okay?
okay, okay, sir. Got it.
Okay. If the radii of two hemispheres are in the ratio 2 is to 3, the ratio of their volumes is how much? So radii is given in some ratio, volumes ratio will be how much? So logically speaking, so I'll just tell you one thing. So volumes formula, even though it is 4 upon 3 pi r cube, so when you take ratio, what happens? In the numerator also you have volume.
7.3.
Just a minute, let me explain. It's a hemisphere. Okay, okay, I understand. Divide by 2. Okay. So hemisphere is the half of it. So this is the formula for a hemisphere. When you divide, so this radius is different and this radius is different. This volume is different and this volume is different. But the constants like 4 upon 3, pi upon 2, all these are same for both the values. So what happens? All the constants get cancelled. So in the ratio, what you're left with is only the variables. Like in this case, R1 upon R2 cube. So either you can write it as R1 cube upon R2 cube, or you can write it as R1 upon R2 the whole cube. Whichever way you write, you'll get the same answer. Okay. Now, uh, in this case, the radii ratio is given as 2 upon 3. So 2 ka cube gives you 8. 3's cube gives you 27. And that is your ratio between the volume. 8 upon 27. Option 1 is your correct answer. Okay.
Sir, what did you give the formula for volume of hemisphere as?
See, what is hemisphere? Hemisphere is the half of a sphere. So whatever is the volume of sphere, uska half.
Oh, okay, sir, got it.
Hmm. Naitik, tell me what's your doubt.
Sir, if a question says about any cuboidal tank, then it is completely made or the upper lid of the tank is open.
Eh? Like from
सर
where did you
मतलब
get this
टैंक
question?
भी सर वो मतलब टैंक पूरा उसके ऊपर का जो ऊपर का लेंथ इनटू ब्रेड्थ वाला साइड रहता है वो निकाला हुआ चाहिए ओपन बॉक्स चाहिए या क्लोज रहता है वो
Cuboid tank,
हाँ
right? अरे वो tank can be closed as well as open. मतलब both kinds of tanks are available. So probably they'll tell you what kind of tank is it, open or closed. And if they are asking you to find the volume, then it doesn't matter because volume is what is there inside. It doesn't matter what is even if the lid is open or closed, it doesn't matter.
ओके सर
Hmm. Okay. Sanjeev, tell me what's your doubt.
So when you cancel 4 by 2, you'll
Hmm.
get 2, right?
4 upon 2, I'll definitely get 2, but I have cancelled this 4 with this 4 and this 3 with
Oh,
this 3.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Sir,
Let's do
4
one.
by 3 should also be divided by 2, right?
Uh, See, you can, yes, 4 by 3 will be divided by 2, but again, 4 by 3 is divided by 4 by 3 also, right? So I've cancelled this 4 by 3 with the other 4 by 3.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's exit the meeting and join again.
Sir.